Oh, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to Borderlands 2. It's been a while since the last episode, so I honestly don't remember what happened last time. I believe we did the Destruct Peak episode, which was a bonus episode. So today, we're going to go over a couple different things. Today we're going to go over sort of just how to farm specific loot, I guess. That's like the best way I can describe it. So let us start off with going to our Nexus Badlands. So I'm going to talk about some. Well, this bonus episode is going to be about different farming methods that I quite like. Also, might just show Saturn being bored incredibly nicely. Where is the Pimpernel? That's not it. There you go. And Relic. We'll keep that equipped. We'll also equip a couple new shields. Let's go with the Love Thumper for this. I can find it. And we'll go with Ninja. And also equip this. So, let's talk about pearlescents and farming them. So there's many different ways to farm pearlescents. In the old school method, this still sort of works to this day, is finding chubby enemies. And our Nexus Badlands is a pretty good place to check. All you gotta do is look around and just see if you have a thing. If you have an enemy, a skag that is chubby. But sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But if you want to get pearlescents, chubbies are a good way to do it. Just sort of one about, see exactly what you can do. Now, of course, chubby enemies can be skags and any sort of beasties, except for bullymons. So that's skags, varkids, wax. I think that's it, actually. I think that's it, actually, yeah. The skags, varkids, and wax are a very good way to check for a pearlescent, but there is a much better farm. Like I said, it's Generation 1 and Generation 2 pearls. If you want to get Generation 2 pearls, well, we'll actually go show that off right now, hopefully. Well, actually, no, I don't want to. I'm not awake that long, I'll be completely honest. So part of me just does not want to. Might be best to show it. I may have to jump cut. But another way to get pearlescents is to fight loot midgets as well. So if you've still got Doctor's Orders, like on this, I believe I still have Doctor's Orders as a thing, yeah. If you still have Doctor's Orders, use that to farm pearls and legendary class mods as well. Now, pearlescents can drop from any loot source, but I would say find a good chubby farm or a good loot midget farm. What do people are already drag racing outside? It's like 9 in the morning. Go to Boneyard just to get away from enemies. This is also a pretty good spot if you want to check for if you want to check for tubbies, because all you gotta do is spawn and look over there. If you see one, you see one. And if you're playing Axton specifically, you could throw a explosive toad over there and piss off Hunter Hellquist. If you want to farm a beast shield as well, he'll have to come all the way over to you. Singularities also work, I think. Not quite sure. Let's see, 5 for Sanctuary. Helios Fallen, I believe. This is not going to be fun. But I'm not saying his name. But the boss in here is also a really good farm. I might be able to actually just run through this. Or not. Because, great, stray fire out of nowhere. Game? What was that? Yeah, I got hit by a stray fire out of nowhere. That's why I was worried about this area. Viper Sanctuary is just terrible on Overpowered 10. Honestly, I recommend going through here on Overpowered 0 till you get to the boss. As you can see, my melee build didn't do squat to him. This is max melee damage, just fine. Just as DLC, it was designed to make people not even look at OP levels. And it's terrible for doing that. Because OP levels have been in the game for like 7 years at this point. Not good. Okay, let's equip the love thumper. Well, not equip the love thumper. Equip the blockade. And team crit damage. I'm gonna go with pistol damage and equip the anarchist for now because fine. I don't have the sheriff's badge. That's why. I know we need fight for a lifetime.
Success.
Use the elevator. I hit the elevator button, the game just decided no. It would stop you, jeez. Oh my god, that was just fucking stupid. Ugh. Right, equip the Pimpernel. Sniper class mod. I am going a bit overboard with this, but it is going to be. It might be necessary to do this. Oh, we're not even through here yet. Here's the thing: it's a very good palette farm in here, but I absolutely despise it. But I despise running through the area. I despise running through the DLC on OP10 in general. My recommendation: don't do this DLC on Overpowered 10. And if you're gonna do farming, do the farming on like run through the area on Overpowered 0. Don't do what I'm doing. It's just a stupid idea. Like, it's just a terrible idea. But now we can show this. You know it's going to take incredibly long. What you want to sit down here. Right the arsenal. Oh, he's just changed his name to Uranus now. He is boreable, but apparently I did not do a good job of boring him. He actually can die in a single shot. Could use that. That ain't good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to save quit because Fate and his guns were despawned. That isn't right. Oh, great, I have to one for the area. Well, I'm not doing that then. The point is, the arsenal, as it was called for like 2 seconds, or, you know his name, he can drop pearls. So if you want pearls, then you basically find him as your best option. He can be bored in the exact same way the Saturn can. For some reason it just didn't work. You might need velocity. It's like the only thing I have different on this build. Usually I have velocity. And last time I killed him I did have it, so you might need it. But enough of that. Next we're going to go over... And let's see, we want to go to Oasis. For this. Because we're covering something that is specific to DLCs. Specifically something I've already technically shown. So let us start off by going to here. So in the bottom left you may see multiple different currencies. We have our golden keys, our Torg tokens, but there's this little pink symbol here. These are Seraph crystals. I will explain how they work as soon as I get to the main town of Oasis. And this will, well, this won't be a weapon guide, in all honesty. I was thinking of making weapon guides for this, and I don't really know. But you want to go here, to this guy. As you can see, Seraph crystals in the bottom left. You get these from killing raid bosses in the DLCs. So, well, on Ultimate Ball Hunter mode. So, killing Hyperius, Master Gi, in the Scarlet DLC. Like, for killing Gi and Hyperius, they will drop a Seraph Crystal in Ultimate Ball Hunter mode. You can use these to buy weapons, and like in here you can see there's Blood of the Seraphs, the Diamond of the Day, the Actualizer, the Seraphim, another Seraphim and an Actualizer. These are unique Seraph weapons that every DLC has his vendor, but it has something different in all of them. But I don't know if I'll make a weapon guide for these in all honesty. But Hyperius and Gi do have Seraph weapons that they drop. In fact, I probably will make weapon guides, but I'm probably just going to give myself all the Seraph weapons on a character and just, you know, run around with the guns for a bit. But yeah, very nice. That's how you save crystals and what the guy actually does. We'll save quick because it's faster. Then want to overpower, well, not overpower 10. Well, yeah, I have shown vendors. I'll just show what's briefly in them, I guess. So next is Badass Creator Badass 2, but what you want to do actually is go to the Badass Creator bar. Let me also equip just speed. But it's faster to go to Badass Creator bar. Oh, game is running weird today. Yeah, you can exit Badass Creator bar. You can just run all the way over here. And this takes you straight to the vendor. Then here there is a lot. There's Might to the South. Is that better Might to the South than my one? No. Very close though. But yeah, that's where you get the Might to the South from, and there's some really cool grenades in here. There's the Meteor Shower and the Crossfire, which are all pretty fun. And shields here called the Punch Shield. There's another shield that spawns in here called the Sponge. But obviously, well, it didn't spawn it, but the Sponge is pretty interesting, I guess. I'm not shouting. Let's just get up here. Oh. Cool. Wall symbol I didn't get to show in the Let's Play. That's funny. I also forgot that was there. Yeah, that's what the vendor is in the Badass Creator Badass 2. They do have another item that spawns called a Sponge, which is okay. It's honestly just a... It's a thing. The Sponge is a shield, is a absorb shield like the Sham, but it doesn't even go to 50%. So it's not exactly great. Like the Sham already exists, why get the Sponge? Next up is in Hunter's Grotto. Worst DLC in the game, yet they give you the easiest vendor to go to, being right next to you. He has the Infection. The Lead Storm, and the Lead Storm is very good. And Breath of the Surfs, which is a damage bonus. It grants bonus damage to health generation after killing an enemy to get second wind. So remember that, it gives you health regen and damage when you get a second wind. Not very good. Next up, from Assault on Dragon's Keep, it's a final serve vendor. 5% actually never got one, which was a missed opportunity. But yeah, out of all the serve vendors, the Torg one's probably the most risky one to get to because enemies might see you. But over here is the final one. He can give you Shadow of the Serfs, which is basically 2 fine on 0. So if you wanted to, you could stack that on top of regular 2 fine for what is essentially 57% chance to find an extra bullet. Though I think it's a waste of 1 extra slot. But hey, it could work. Then get the Seeker, which is... Oh, what's the name of the gun? I talked about it in the last play, I can't remember the name of it. It's an explosive, slow firing Torg gun. And we got it from a side quest. Oh, what's the name of it? It had the glitch. Evil Smasher. That's what it's called. I literally just pressed them on my browser. And it took that long to load, I remembered it. But yeah. Oh, close about that. Jeez. Yeah, the Seeker is essentially Evil Smasher, but without the glitch. Next up is the Florentine. Wow, I love the Florentine. As you can see on Double Trouble, it deals slag and shock damage. This is a shield killer gun. But it does such good damage that you can use it in any situation and be great. Stick it on a Krieg for a Hellborn build. Absolutely fantastic. Give one to Maya, she'll always love it. Give it to any character, they'll love it. It's just so good. And it pairs very nicely with this shield, the antagonist. Deflects enemy bullets, sending them flying towards nearby enemies, allows his homing slag balls and attackers. It's very good. It's essentially a Maya shield. There is another shield that spawns in here, I believe, being the one I have equipped. Well, not the one I have equipped. But I believe the blockade shield spawns in here as well. It's pretty good. The blockade essentially reduces damage from attackers. It's a shield that is great on every character. You can never argue it. Blockade antagonists are great. Like for all of these vendors, the Assault Dragon Key probably has the most used server, to be honest. Or at least most useful, I guess, because you could give yourself a Florentine for any character. And Krieg doesn't really like SMGs, but he loves a Florentine. I'm absolutely sure he loves it. To be honest, I don't use one on my Krieg, but I might do. If I put a Hellborn build on him. I'll go on top of here. But yeah, server vendors are pretty cool, and there is server attached to every boss. I will probably make a weapon guide video on the serve weapons, but it might just be on a level 30 character. Though you cannot get serve weapons at level 30. It's not like Palesses, you have to be on Ultimate Ball Hunter mode. Actually, maybe you can. I think, yeah, if you have a serve crystal and have killed the boss, I believe, you can go into normal mode and buy the guns at a low level. But you pretty much need to have a friend help you out with that. Because you'll need to be in Ultimate Ball Hunter mode to get the crystals. So if you ever want to do a challenge one, like can you beat Borderlands 2 with only serve gear, then you would have to get crystals in Ultimate Ball Hunter mode from a friend's game without leveling up that much. And the thing is, the items are expensive. The only other thing you could do is, if you go into the Gibbs save editor and the amount of experience you've earned in general doesn't match your current level, then you won't actually level up. Like that's what happened with the Salvador DLC one. Because I went into the Gibbs save editor with him, and I did sync his XP to his level, so fine, he didn't gain the XP. But as you can see, they're like pretty expensive, so you'd have to go. Well, you have to give yourself max max set of crystals, and just see about getting into Fang. Again to the vendor, or you can give yourself the set of items. There's some pretty good ones, and there's some pretty bad ones, unfortunately. But with that, I think it's time to end the episode. So next up is making a weapon guide for every pearlescent weapon, I believe. And yeah, every pearlescent self weapon. Like Lily is just doing that, and then creating the final montage, I think. Unless there's something I'm forgetting. I don't think there's anything I'm forgetting. So, for now, I will see you guys next time.